What's up, fight fans? I'm J.COTTO. Welcome to J.COTTO's fight page. And well, this was a video request. Um, you know, and I gotta say, man, you know, I have a lot of video requests. I haven't been able to catch up to them, but I'm going to, and this is one. Um, since it's recent from a video that I dropped on Terrence Crawford. As to the 147 division and what he's doing. As to Crawford with his warning and stuff like that. Well, this fight fan, you know what I'm saying, he wanted to remain anonymous. I'm gonna respect you, no doubt. I don't know why, because it's a great question, but it is what it is, my brother. Hashtag come back to boxing. Well, this female, yes, female boxers, female boxing fan. This is for y'all. Happy Friday. Now, the madam had asked me about Terrence Crawford. She said, and this was similar to what Hawker Mustang had asked me too, which is kind of crazy. Actually, Hawker Mustang, in peace to you, he basically came out and just said, oh well, Terrence Crawford is not gonna be able to fight any PBC fighters, but that was his statement. And then the madam, had asked me a question where it's as to where why is it that do I think actually if do I think Al Heyman will release any of will work with Bob Arum to make these fights as for unification? And well, I have to say this. I personally think that Al Heyman has had his bad trip already with the ESPN, you know what I'm saying, trying to bring boxing back, and he hasn't fulfilled that option, right? So I feel that Al Heyman already took several losses, financial losses, as to making bad fights and shit. So he understands that in order to progress in this in the boxing business, you have to collaborate. You have to collaborate. I don't know who wants to collaborate with Oscar De La Hoya after this Gennady Golovkin fight because of the shit that's going on in Golden Boy. But top ranked boxing basically works with everyone if they're able to do it. Bob Arum tries to get the fights, you know what I'm saying, that he can get. I'm not even gonna talk about Michael Kuntz. Because Michael Kuntz excuse me. Woo! Michael Kuntz is the one that fucked up that whole Mayweather Pacquiao negotiation shit, and just spreading lies and rumors. So I'm keeping him out the fucking picture. But I'm more than sure that Bob Arum will be more than happy to work with the likes of, having Terrence Crawford try to unify with, Errol Spence Jr., even though Errol Spence Jr. is not really Heyman. We can go with Thurman. Thurman's a Heyman fighter. If Sean Porter happens to strip, if he happens to win the rematch against Keith Thurman and he becomes champion, I'm only sure he'll want that fight too, because Sean Porter has shown us that he's a very competitive, fighter. So at the end of the day, I think Al Heyman knows what's good for boxing. He knows what's good for business as well. First of all, I don't think he's gonna actually just not work with Bob Arum. That would be very stupid to not work with a legendary promoter. Now, a lot of fight fans, have this bias with Bob Arum, he jerks his fighters, and he owes Mayweather $6 million, which was already paid off, and Mayweather had some beef with fucking Freddie Prinze, and Bob Arum saved his life and paid the nigga off. You know what I'm saying? So can't play with that man, Freddie Prinze. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is out the window. I just have to see it like this, guys. I don't see why not. I don't see why Al Heyman would not work with Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum has already negotiated with many fucking promoters, has given us great matches, and when it's time to step aside for your side A politics, he'll do that. The fighters will do that. Terrence Crawford will step aside, and even though when he beats the shit out of Jeff Horn and he takes that title, it don't matter. it really doesn't matter because Terrence Crawford he's I don't care. He's already said it. He's coming for names. He wants the big names. You know what I mean? And he wants to unify, and he's not joking, and he's coming with the business. So you guys gotta understand that these fights will be made. These fights will be made, and us as fans, it's called demand. And when we demand these things, when we tell these sons of bitches, listen, we want this fight. Fuck that. They have to give us these fights. Because you ever heard that saying? It's an old school saying, man. No money, no honey. You feel what I'm saying? And we're not giving up our money if they ain't releasing the honey. They gotta release some sweet fights for us in order for us to pay $100, $69.95, $79.95. That's without it even being HD. So let's just wait and see. But I'm more than sure Bob Arum will definitely work with Haymon, and he did it with Mayweather. That made buku dollars. So I think Al Haymon would work with Bob Arum in order to make these fights with his fighters that are holding straps right now to go up against top ranks Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people were saying that Terrence Crawford needs to leave Bob Arum, and I have to say it like this. The reason why he should not leave Bob Arum is because it's called loyalty. This is something that the world lacks. The world is lacking with loyalty. I know that Mayweather left. I know this for a fact because you can see it. Mayweather left Top Rank because he knows that when you fight with Top Rank, you have to fight hard. Notice how he started fighting easy once he left. Notice the gimmicks. No? Every fighter that has gone through Top Rank boxing, every legend that you know, everybody has gone through Top Rank boxing. So it would be very dumb for them not to make a fight. It would be very dumb for you fans to actually just say to yourselves, he needs to leave Bob Arum. Why? Bob Arum is paying the kid. The only time we should be on some he needs to leave Top Rank is if Top Rank ain't paying the man and Top Rank is just shelving him. See, where the fuck were y'all Guillermo Rigondeaux fans, right? When Guillermo Rigondeaux was really getting fucked. Really getting fucked. Okay? By Rock Nation. Give me a second. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah. Got the nephews over for the weekend and they're playing my Xbox One. Then they decided to turn the Xbox One off and play with my pit bulls. Now, they're very, very family friendly. They know them, but it's just I'm trying to make a video and they're making noise. You know what I'm saying? So I told them to turn the Xbox One back on. But like I said, man, these are great fights, and they will make these fights, man. It's only good for business, bro. It's only good for business. Now, back to the topic where I was getting at, where a lot of people want Terrence Crawford to leave Top Rank. For what? For what? He's getting paid. He's known, right? Where were y'all with Guillermo Rigondeaux, right? When Rock Nation really shelved the motherfucker. I say this a lot, and I keep repeating it in case you motherfuckers don't understand. And the motherfuckers I speak of are the motherfuckers who have selective understanding. You know what I'm saying? It goes like this. Guillermo Rigondeaux was being treated very, very well. Matter of fact, we knew about Guillermo Rigondeaux because of Top Rank Boxing. He had a great fucking following in Macau, China. He was getting that pay-per-view money on either Pacquiao's on the card, you know what I'm saying, or anyone else who was on top of him on the cards, right? And what happened? Al Haymon started giving out that free money, and he thought he was going to be part of it. Left Top Rank without even negotiating to see if he was going to get that free money, and what happened? He fucking left. Started bitching because they wouldn't give him the star power. Motherfucker, at that time you were only 12-0, 11-0. Who the fuck were you? You see? So now all this bullshit politics and him tainting himself and fighting bullshit motherfuckers, because nobody was really ducking Rigondeaux. I fell into that shit too. If you really look at it, Rigondeaux was just being selective. Money selective. My man wanted dollars for his fights. He was on that shit. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is. The only thing that I'm saying here is that a lot of people want Bob Arum out the picture. All the new guys. But the thing is that you can't have Bob Arum out the picture because Bob Arum is still giving us top quality fights. He's giving us better fights than Golden Boy. And I don't care if you're Mexican American and you're trying to back up Oscar De La Hoya to, with your patriotism. That's all fine and dandy. I respect that. I respect that. But now when it's time to tell the truth and be a fucking man or a woman or you know what I'm saying, you have to understand here that you got to be real. And if Oscar De La Hoya is fucking up, he's fucking up. Like when he fucked up with the racist email and shit like that, man. That shit should have been fucking Boxing Gate. That shit should have been Boxing Gate. But what happened? I'll tell you what happened. It was supposed to be Boxing Gate, and instead of it being Boxing Gate, these motherfuckers propagated the shit, left it alone. There were certain fight fans, even uploaders here on YouTube, that were fucking calling for Oscar De La Hoya to be snatched by his motherfucking collar or ear or whatever, earring, whatever the fuck he wears, to be talked about on this. Bernard Hopkins was supposed to take care of that. And he didn't take care of that. So it goes to the point now here that Oscar De La Hoya has faults and he's fucking up. And after Canelo, see? Because he too fucked up and had Luis Ortiz at the time when he was WBA heavyweight champion of the world. You had a heavyweight champion of the world. And you went and you fucking put all your attention on fucking Canelo Alvarez. And you lost him. He left. He said, fuck y'all. I'm done with this shit. Same thing with Tank Davis and TMT. They're putting all this around this young kid, but yet they have one super middleweight, now turned light heavy. Like they totally are not paying attention and not investing in Badu Jack. I don't understand this. That's like the only good fighter that they have right now in TMT. Ain't no J. Leon Love. Ain't no Ishe Smith. Anybody else from there? There's nobody else. Floyd ain't it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't understand how these promoters don't look at the real commodities that they actually have. How these promoters don't sit down and talk to these fucking fighters. And how these fighters don't sit down and talk to their promoters and tell them, look, like, Guillermo Rigondeaux should have told, you know what I'm saying, Bob Arum, look, I want more money, man. You see what I'm worth. You know I can fight. You see me fight. I want more money. You feel me? But at the same time, you're contractually obligated. So if you're contractually obligated, you cannot switch anything in your fucking... You cannot ask for a change or a switch or anything within your contract. Because if you do, it's a breach of contract. Am I right or am I wrong? So most of these fighters got to stop being full of shit. And if you sign that dotted line for as much as you're getting for that fight, that's what you're getting. Negotiations is before that. Never happened with Rigondeaux and everybody else that I spoke of because these motherfuckers were too busy paying attention to that free money. And now it comes to the case now. Look at Adrian Broner now. You know, this is another topic I want to hit. Adrian Broner right now is going through it. Personally, I hope the brother, I hope God sees him through. I hope Yahweh sees him through. I hope that, you know, this kid can be saved, man. You know what I mean? And I hope he can find peace in his life to a point where he can actually pick up where he left off. After knocking Taylor, after putting Taylor on his ass in the last round and winning that UD. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Adrian Broner's not trash. He's just... Adrian Broner is just... How do you say? Distracted. Adrian Broner's distracted. Okay, Adrian Broner has two. You know, he's young, got a lot of money. You know, and it looks like his team that he rolls with, they love him. They brothers. They look out for him. You know, they tell him not what, because you know. But the thing is, when you're young and you're wild and you want to do what you want to do, a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna tell you nothing. They're not gonna say anything to you because either they fear you, or if they're really fucked up people that you surrounded yourself with, they just want what they can gain from you. So I'm not saying that his people are like that, but I'm just saying I don't know, you don't know, we don't know what's going on except for what he releases, and he just blasted everybody in his family, everybody. My man is angry. My man is angry. Life right now, you know, this is why the minority will always be rich without having any type of materials or money, anything. We will always be rich because without it, we're good mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Money's not my God. But now when you sell out and you do the shit that you're doing to make all that money, and then you get used to the lifestyle, like my man JR the Boxing Junkie has said on his video when he talked about Broner, that it gets expensive when you start buying your girl them Gucci bags and the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, and Pradas and shit, and right? So an expensive lifestyle, flushing $100 down the toilet and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, and hundreds of dollars, should I say? I mean, throwing money all over the motherfucking floor, all over Walmart type shit. You know, I mean, you know, arrogance and all this shit, you know. He's cracking up. The pressures of life is getting to him. All because you surround yourself with this thing called money. This is why fighters like this, worried about the money later on. You know, you can't say that the money would back then was less than the money that they're giving out to boxers now. Because if that was the case, why is Mike Tyson the richest heavyweight champion to have ever received as much money as he has ever? I still ain't see a heavyweight champion make money like Mike Tyson like that. Sugar Ray Leonard, hundreds of millions. You know, maybe in the, you know, Muhammad Ali, 4, 5, 10, 12 million. I still ain't seen numbers where heavyweights, you know, are getting numbers like the legends yet. Doesn't that tell you something? Doesn't that tell you something? Mayweather was able to break the matrix. Why? Because he made himself hot. He made himself a commodity. He gimmicked himself. All respect due. But now, do you think he would be able to strive? You think any millionaire who's used to that is able to strive once that's stripped and taken away from him? Hell no. Hell fucking no. It's hell to them. The way we live, washing our own dishes. If you got a dishwasher, you still gotta put your hands on the dirty dishes to put them in the dishwasher. You know what I'm saying? You clean your own house, to do your own laundry. You know what I'm saying? Make your own fucking bed. If you got kids, you gotta make their motherfucking beds. You gotta change their clothes. You gotta fucking cook for them. You gotta work. You gotta pay bills. Not just a one-time deal where you just fight. You made millions, your bills come in, one shot paid. You can pay that shit for like 2-3 years in advance, right? Not us minority, not us poor people, not us middle class, right? So it's not about money, man. It's not about money. These greats are all up here because of the way they fought. Why do we know Michelangelo to be Michelangelo? Later on, his paintings became very expensive masterpieces. Yes. But now, before that, he had to make himself hot. And the way he performed on them canvases and on the murals, the 12 chapters, everything else, same thing with Picasso. Later on, after they died, that's when it became a commodity. That's when you feel what I'm saying? So it's about the passion. It's about the love for what you do. And that's what Adrian Broner has to look at this at, man. He has to look at this sport as, okay, you telling motherfuckers to see you at 140. We all know you don't belong at 140. But motherfuckers still got to see you at 140. You don't want to fuck with the guys at 147 at the moment. All right, no problem. But dedicate yourself to your craft and be special. My brother, be special. Be the special fighter that you are. Like everybody, even my followers, even some of y'all say, oh, man, fuck Adrian Broner, man. I can't do that because that's a brother, man. Even though he done fucked everybody off in the world, nobody's my brother. I got, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm speaking positively here. If you ever runs into this video, Adrian Broner, if you ever run into this video, my brother, you get in contact with me, man. We can sit down, we can talk. I can help you, man. We can sit down and talk. You feel what I'm saying? We can sit down and talk, dog, cause you really need a friend, dog. You need someone to listen to you. At the same time, you need someone to filter you out. You need somebody to tell you what the fuck are you doing, dog, and sit you down and show you all your fucking antics. Cause it was cool 5 years ago, but now you're 5 years mature. So if you're 5 years mature, you gotta do what you gotta do. And those that are causing problems in your life and the rift and are causing ripples within your calm pond of life, then you gotta remove them from the pond area, dog. It's as simple as that. Family, friends, acquaintances, it don't fucking matter. If you don't support, if you don't have faith in me, if all you want is things from me, if you're trying to sabotage my life in any way, fuck you. I don't need you. Ask forgiveness from the man upstairs, and that's that. And you good in life, and treat everybody the way you would treat yourself. Now we all know you're a jokester. We all know you can fuck around, and we love that part of Adrian Broner. But this, the tirades and going in riff rants and hitting fight fans and shit and just, you know, flipping the fuck out, man. I mean, if you need to step away from the sport for a bit, do that. I don't recommend going to see any type of fucking psychiatrist, because those motherfuckers have more problems than we do. Believe that. Motherfuckers are sitting there, and meanwhile she just probably sucked her assistant's dick, or he just did some shit, this fucking so-called doctor, and he's got problems in his fucking life. He's probably fucking molesting his daughter or some shit, or fucking his fucking son's girlfriend or some shit, you know, because that's how they do. They're fucking weird, and they want to come and tell you how you should live, and you're paying them your money. Meanwhile, they're just writing shit down. And whenever that motherfucker feels like you don't fit in, or he don't, or some shit, you're going into an institution. You see? So this is why I say, man, you know, psychiatry is not really, you know what I'm saying, unless you really fucking need it. What you're going through right now is not even a midlife crisis, because you ain't even hit your late fucking 20s yet. What you're going through right now is the shit called pressures of life right now. The pressures of life is your money running low, people trying to get you. I understand, my brother. Get your money up. Get those people away from you. That's that. It's plain and simple. This coming from a fight fan of yours, dog, because I've been following you for the longest. But I hope that I answered everybody's questions, you know, with Terrence Crawford, and, you know, if they will make these fights. You know, I said it yesterday. I'm going to say it again. I feel that the super fight in the welterweight division coming up in about, I would say, a year, it's not going to be Thurman and Spence Jr. It's not. It's going to be Terrence Crawford and Spence Jr., man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be them. It's gonna be them. You know, I had also touched a subject where I didn't proclaim. I didn't know. I just stated, you know, because I have a feeling, and it would be a good look for these young guys to do this, where Thurman, Spence Jr., Crawford, and then Triple G, you know what I mean? Because he's the legit 160, has been. That would be the new Fabulous Four, and these guys fight each other not once, but maybe twice, 3 times, like they have. That's what they need to do. That's what they need to do to become great, right? Peace to Black September, my brother. You know, they need to fight each other. Peace to Aiden Morrison as well. on the call in, on the check-in, you know, and it just gets crazy. Peace to Scorpio as well, you know, Fred Nava, you know, and it just gets to the point, man. You know, boxing will come together, but it depends. And here's the word for every day, every year, and every video: competitiveness. If the competitiveness is there and they step their level up in competitiveness, and these guys, it's not even about releasing the hands, but it's about being competitive. When you're competitive, your dumb hands go. The skill is displayed. The art is played. This shit is crazy. It will come together, but it all depends on the fighters wanting to be competitive, wanting to test themselves. It's a lot of shit talking. A lot of guys go verbatim. Gotta understand, you cannot repeat what your fighter has said because you are not your fighter. You are not fighting. So what do you do as a fight fan? You sit back, you reevaluate what the fuck your fighter just said, and if it's not making sense to you, and it's not making sense to your fellow fight brother or fight sister that you watch and sit down and watch boxing from, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to be true with your fighter and yourself, and you're just gonna have to fucking let the nigga know, listen, bro, you full of shit. You full of shit. How you talking about you fighting the best and you fight niggas that only fight like once a fucking year? They got like fucking, and if they do fight 3 times, 2 times a year, they lost every fucking match, and all of a sudden they rank #1 for you to make it more fucking convenient for you to defend your title, to have a fucking feather fucking defense under your fucking strap, a phantom defense. It's bullshit. You guys will see it. You guys will definitely see it. But otherwise, in that, fight fans, I'm J.COTTO, your boy, telling the truth with the sport of boxing. Hashtag come back to boxing. Hashtag red gloves. Thank you for joining my fight page. God bless each and every one of y'all. Have a great weekend. I'll see if I'll come back tonight with a late night boxing talk with y'all. You know what I'm saying? If not, I'll most likely catch up with y'all tomorrow. But I just had to answer these questions, man. I got more questions from fight fans that ask me from, the other social media platforms, and I feel great, and I appreciate y'all, and keep on with the questions. You know what I'm saying? Keep on with the questions, man. Hashtag come back to boxing. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace.